is Sabika Syed and welcome to the print headlines. In Twisha Sharma's death case, Bhopal court sent Samarth Singh, Giribala Singh to CBI custody for 5 days. A Bhopal court today sent Twisha Sharma's husband, Samarth Singh, and her mother-in-law, Giribala Singh, to CBI custody for 5 days. They have been sent to custody till June 2. The CBI plans to question the mother-son duo and verify their claims, especially about the events leading to Twisha's death. NTA outlines corrective measures after NEET-UG paper leak in affidavit before Supreme Court. The National Testing Agency told the Supreme Court today that its decision to cancel NEET-UG 2026 and hand over the investigation into the paper leak to the CBI reflected the seriousness with which examination integrity was being treated by the agency and the centre. The agency filed an affidavit in the apex court over the corrective steps taken following the NEET-UG paper leak. The affidavit was filed hours ahead of a hearing before a bench headed by Justice P.S. Narasimha. The NTA said the decision to cancel the examination was taken in the interest of students and in recognition of the trust underpinning the national examination system. It added that the agency was extending full cooperation to the CBI in the ongoing investigation. Kolkata Police to upgrade riot control gear, forms panel to assess equipment quality. The West Bengal government has initiated a comprehensive overhaul of Kolkata Police's riot control and law and order equipment with plans to procure gear matching the standards used by Delhi Police, CRPF and other central armed police forces. The move comes days after 8 police personnel, including officers, were injured in stone pelting during a gathering in the Park Circus area on May 18. Karnataka Governor accepts Siddaramaiah's resignation, Shivakumar likely to be the next Chief Minister. Karnataka Governor Thaawarchand Gehlot today accepted the resignation of Chief Minister Siddaramaiah, who will now continue to be caretaker Chief Minister till his successor is appointed. Deputy Chief Minister D.K. Shivakumar likely to be the next CM. However, the decision will be taken in the meeting of Congress party legislators tomorrow. A communication from Lok Bhavan said that the resignation has been accepted and the Council of Ministers headed by Siddaramaiah has been dissolved. D.K. Shivakumar pens an emotional note on Siddaramaiah, says he is a testament to resilience, perseverance, commitment to social justice. As speculation grows around D.K. Shivakumar taking over the top post following Siddaramaiah's resignation as Karnataka Chief Minister, the Deputy Chief Minister of the state today penned an emotional note to the former's journey. In a post on X, Shivakumar praised Siddaramaiah's political journey and leadership, saying his life stands as a testament to resilience, perseverance and an unwavering commitment to social justice. Describing it as a privilege to serve alongside Siddaramaiah as Deputy Chief Minister of Karnataka, Shivakumar said he had continuously learned from the veteran leader's experience and political foresight. Supreme Court allows Vinesh Phogat to participate in Asian Games 2026 selection trials. The Supreme Court today allowed wrestler Vinesh Phogat to participate in the Asian Games 2026 selection trials to be held on May 30. A bench headed by Justice P.S. Narasimha said Phogat needs a chance as she made the country proud multiple times in the past in the wrestling ring. Supreme Court set 3-month deadline on High Courts to pronounce judgment in a case. The Supreme Court has directed all High Courts to pronounce judgments within 3 months of reserving them, saying delays can cause irreparable harm to litigants. A bench comprising Chief Justice Suryakant and Justice Joymala Bagchi said bail orders should be pronounced the same day or uploaded the next day if reserved. The apex court also directed that bail or sentence suspension orders be communicated to jail authorities immediately for prompt release of under trials or convicts. Supreme Court refuses to interfere with anticipatory bail to Swami Avimukteswaranand in POCSO case. The Supreme Court today refused to interfere with the Allahabad High Court order granting anticipatory bail to Swami Avimukteswaranand Saraswati in a case registered against him under the POCSO Act. A bench of Justices M.M. Sundaresh and N. Koteswar Singh dismissed the plea of complainant Ashutosh Brahmachari, saying, "Sorry, we are not going to interfere." The High Court had restrained both the first informant and the applicants from making any statements before the media in the matter. Delhi High Court refuses to immediately restore Cockroach Janta Party's X account in India. The Delhi High Court today declined immediate relief to Cockroach Janta Party founder Abhijit Dipke over the blocking of the party's X handle on national security grounds. Justice Purushendra Kumar Kaurav said such relief can only be granted after hearing the government as the issue has far-reaching consequences. The court issued notice to the centre and directed Dipke to approach the review committee set up under the IT rules. US Ambassador to India Sergio Gore says America realizes India's potential. US Ambassador to India Sergio Gore has said that America realizes India's potential and is keen to boost overall cooperation between the two countries. Speaking at IIT Delhi, Gore said, and I quote, "The reason India was in the first top 10 countries to join Pax Silica is because we trust this place, people, technology and government." He also said that no partnership is better placed than the one between India and US to leverage new opportunities, including in the technology domain. He said, and I quote, "India-US relationship is a defining partnership of the 21st century." Mark Carney calls for new partnership with US as Trump mulls whether to renew free trade agreement. Canadian Prime Minister Mark Carney called for a new partnership with the United States just weeks before President Donald Trump decides whether to renew the free trade agreement between the countries. Speaking at the Economic Club of New York, Carney said there should be a true partnership that reimagines cooperation in sectors challenged by global competition. Russian drone launched against Ukraine crashes in Romania, injuring 2. A Russian drone that was part of an overnight attack on Ukraine crashed into an apartment building in eastern Romania, injuring 2 people. The drone was tracked by radar in Romanian airspace before crashing onto the roof of a building in Galati. Following the incident, NATO member Romania asked the alliance for a faster transfer of anti-drone capabilities. US-Iran truce deal awaits Trump's approval. US and Iran negotiators edged toward a deal to extend their fragile ceasefire for 60 days, but the potential breakthrough was still awaiting President Donald Trump's approval. The development came after Washington and Tehran accused each other of violating the truce, underscoring the volatility of talks 3 months after the war in West Asia began with US-Israeli strikes on Iran. US sources confirmed reports that the two sides had agreed on a memorandum of understanding to prolong the ceasefire and launch negotiations on Iran's nuclear program. US imposes fresh sanctions on Iran's military oil sales, says Treasury. The United States has imposed new sanctions on Iran's military oil trade, even as Washington and Tehran reached a tentative agreement to extend their ceasefire and lift restrictions on shipping through the Strait of Hormuz. The Treasury Department said it had sanctioned 8 vessels involved in transporting Iranian crude oil and petroleum products to global markets. US Treasury Secretary Scott Bessent also warned Oman against facilitating tolls for the Strait of Hormuz. Israel freezes out UN chief over sexual violence blacklist. Israel is breaking all contact with the United Nations chief Antonio Guterres, the country's ambassador announced yesterday, calling it outrageous that Israel was being blacklisted over alleged sexual violence in conflict zones. Israel's ambassador to the UN, Danny Danon, said, and I quote, "We are done with this Secretary General." The Israeli mission to the UN said it will have no contact with the Secretary General's office as long as Guterres remains in the role. US drug regulator flags data integrity maintenance lapses at Dabur India plant. The US Food and Drug Administration has flagged data integrity, manufacturing and maintenance lapses at one of Dabur India's plants following an inspection earlier this year. The findings said some units in the facility posed risks of microbiological contamination. The FDA inspected the company's factory in Dadra and Nagar Haveli in January. Anthropic to roll out Claude Mythos in coming weeks launches Opus 4.8. Anthropic has said it is launching an upgraded Claude Opus 4.8 model even as it works to release its powerful Mythos model to all customers in the coming weeks. Early testers reported the model is more likely to flag uncertainties around its work and less likely to make unsupported claims. Mythos is the AI lab's large language model with advanced cybersecurity capabilities that have raised concerns among executives and world leaders. Anthropic reaches near $1 trillion valuation. Artificial intelligence company Anthropic said it had raised $65 billion in a new funding round that values the Claude maker at $965 billion, more than its arch rival OpenAI. Anthropic's rise came by doubling down on delivering generative AI to enterprise clients rather than general users. Running up to the FIFA World Cup 2026, Lionel Messi in Argentina squad as coach Scaloni calms injury fears. Argentina coach Lionel Scaloni confirmed that captain Lionel Messi will be part of the squad, seeking a second consecutive FIFA World Cup title in 2026. Messi headlines the 26-man roster announced by the Argentine Football Association yesterday. The 39-year-old will be playing in his 6th World Cup after previously featuring in Germany 2006, South Africa 2010, Brazil 2014, Russia 2018 and Qatar 2022. Carlsen grabs big win over Gukesh, Humpy and Divya suffer losses in Norway Chess 2026. Magnus Carlsen defeated world champion Gukesh in a high-stakes fourth-round clash at Norway Chess 2026 in Oslo to move back into contention. Pragnanda provided cheer for India with a victory over Vincent Keimer. Koneru Hampi and Divya Deshmukh lost their respective matches. That's all we have for you today. We'll be back tomorrow with the latest.